An 18-year-old Titusville teenager was found deceased on board the Carnival Horizon. It was unknown whether she was traveling alone or with other people, but he says that they're still in the dark. And I got to believe that once the coroner, or the medical examiner, I should say, does the post-mortem examination, they're going to know whether this was an accident, whether it was some kind of a homicide, some things that she had put out there on social media that indicated she might have been under some type of emotional distress.
Yeah, so it's important for everybody to remember that a case like this, it really is a collage, right? And we have to keep, it's like, as a prosecutor or a defense lawyer, the decisions have already been made by the time it winds up on your desk. But as a prosecutor, you really have to keep an open mind, as we all do, as this goes forward, Phil. They'll figure this out in the autopsy for sure. What's interesting to me is they really rolled out a lot of visible FBI presence. And it could be a lot of things right now. Could be an OD, could be a natural death. We don't know. What she's posted on social media, it looks like she went through some sort of a breakup recently. But then again, she's a 17-year-old high school kid, and I think they've all gone through or about to go through breakups like we all did when we were that age. So I don't know, but it's a factor, right? It looks like she'd gone through some sort of emotional thing recently. So maybe that played in, or maybe it didn't. When I first saw this case, I was thinking about that great Agatha Christie story, Death on the Nile, and it's a great movie from the, I think, early 80s, where the famous French detective comes out, and it's like a game of Clue,
Yeah.
but it's on a luxury boat on the Nile, and it's set in like the 1920s. And I was just thinking it's almost like the same thing, only instead of a dozen suspects, you've got maybe 12,000 or however many people fit on that boat. But they will, there are videotapes on those boats, there's video cameras, but they don't cover everything, especially on Carnival. And it's going to be really interesting to see. It's might sound weird to be hoping for a natural death, but I hope it's something along those lines, because if this is a murder, especially if she's with her dad, it's going to be a heartbreaking one.